digest. From lane to the new shining ground, echo chants where the legends are found. Heroes carved in the heart of time, we march on through grit and grime. Oh Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire. Oh Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire. Echoes of King and Greaves in the air. Every goal, the sound declares. Heartbeats pound like a drummer's song, marching forward, fierce and strong. We're the ones who rise in the clash. Numbers running in a white shirt dash. History burns in the roaring crowd. Every game we scream it loud. Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire. We're the ones who rise in the clash. Numbers running in a white shirt dash. History burns in the roaring crowd. Every game we scream it loud. Oh Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire.
Hi guys, and welcome to THFC Till I Die. I'm the Tom past, present, and the exciting future, of course, on the Thomas Frank, as the Frank engine now leaves N17 for the glories of Italy, for the glories of the Super Cup, and for the glories of winning trophies. Of course, we are the mighty Tottenham Hotspur, and of course, we got back to usual form yesterday by getting absolutely demolished by Munich. But look, there you go. Things happen, but this is the Players Rating Show, and this is the guy with the stats and everything of the game. A little bit of transfer news for you as well, which we will start off for you. We're going to win the league for every game. Oh Lord, I love the optimism of Tottenham fans. Now, look, I want to start showing this right, and I will get into play ratings in a minute. And this is for you members. I'm finding it funny. This is for you members. So this is our way of saying thank you for you. All the some of the pre-match stuff, the predicted lineup will be members only. The pay ratings will be members only, and my pre-game thoughts will be members only as well. If you're not a member, don't worry, guys. It will get uploaded later on in the evening for you non-members. But if you want to get it first and fastest when it goes out live, pick up your memberships. The link is in the links on the channel. Do pick up your memberships. 99 pence for the cheapest memberships around. And you can get back into that. And we're going to do more and more and more for you guys as the season goes on. And no, guys, it's just 7-Up. No vodka in that. Well, shame. Look, I want to start on this, right? Something was, I saw it out a few outlets yesterday. After the game, of people wanting Frank out already. Now, can I just say, anyone that wants Frank out already, either wants the head checked or they don't understand football whatsoever. And we as a channel, yes, we did get a lot of pelters last week for our opinions, and there are our opinions. And we tried in this channel, we tried to give a balanced view on everyone and every option or every opinion about our great club that we love watching. From the tops, from Daniel Levy right down to what was under the previous manager. And yes, we don't all agree. Yes, we don't all see the same thing eye to eye. But one thing on this channel, which I'm very proud of, is that me and my channel co-owners, channel hosts, co-owners, co-hosts, whoever, can have a really respectful conversation about Tottenham Hotspur. And it doesn't get into insults. It doesn't get into firing shots. It doesn't do this. We have it done properly. And I'm really surprised a lot of people have said they wanted Frank out. I'm absolutely amazed that after one game, that's it. I've had enough. I want him out. Look, we can all be frustrated with the transfer window. We can all be frustrated the way Levy and Lang are holding out a manager to dry. And I think yesterday's game really showed how much we do need investment, how much we really do need players in, how much we really do need to bring in players to improve the squad. But saying you wanted a manager out after one game, and after all the shit we went through last season with Ange, and all the shit that we went personally on this channel as well, me and my colleague Tequila went through, was some of the abuse we got. I just thought this season would be different. I thought we'd get behind Frank, no matter what. It's a new manager, and we start with a clean sweep. Yes, we're all frustrated with the window. And if it is like this by the end of the window on September the 1st, I will be Levy out. I will be fully Levy out. No going back, no nothing. And I think I've always tried to be balanced in my arguments when it comes with Levy. And I get the Levy out movement. I get the Levy out people that want Levy out. And look, we all want our club back. We all want to be, up there at the top end of the table, competing, fighting. And you look at the likes of Manchester United, who spent 250 million, I think, on a new front line. We spent 60. So can you please tell me who did win the Europa League? Was it us or was it United? And by the way, United was supposed to be a team that were in financial shite. Didn't have 2 pence to rub together. And we can spend up to 350 million within PSR and FFP. You couldn't make it up, could you? You just could not make it up. I also think that we as a fan base, we've been so starved of success that once we've won something, we just want more of it. We want to see the board going out and saying, right, we've won the Europa League. Let's build on this. Right, we're going to get you these players. And we don't do that. We just go out, buy Kudos. We spend 2 weeks fuddling around Morgan Gibbs White. And we end up shooting ourselves in the foot every time. I'm trying to really think what I'm trying to say and put it across in the right way. That I'm not coming across as moaning, or I'm not coming across as complaining, or I'm not coming across as being condescending or anything. I'm trying to put it in the right way that my frustrations at the moment of this football club is not with the players, it's not with the manager, it's not with the coaching staff, it's with the board, it's with the director of football that are doing absolutely nothing. That's where my frustrations are. And as I said, if we get 3 or 4 players in by the end of the window, then I would call it a great window. At the moment, the window's not great at all. The window for me is the same as it was last year. I think this window, looking on the back, and I know I said early on in the window, and I was on with Tequila, and I said, this is a good window so far. This is better than last season. I think last season was bad. I think this is even worse. And if you're looking at the bringing 4 players, so if you look like bringing a, say, an Eze in for the cam role, you're looking to bring in a player that can play anywhere across the front tree. You're looking to bring in a striker, and then a player that can play on the left side, right side. Change your formation. I think the left back, we can leave that to January. Yes, we are like there. Yes, Ben Davies is not good enough there, but I think we can leave that to later on in the window and then take it from there. But we desperately need a forward line. It really do. So I really do feel anyone that wants Frank out is for me not in the real world. I want to bring up a few comments. I am going to start that one, Tequila, the last one you do put in. Tequila is our manager looking after the chat today. Big up, Tequila. Thank you so much. Where we're going to go. Do you know what? Let's go quickly. Big up the Wayne. Bono is a member. Big up Wayne. Sup, everyone. Hope you're all well. Looking forward to the Super Cup next week. So am I, actually. It's a competition. It's a cup that I want to win. Big up to Tequila, who's in the background looking after the chat for me. Big up Tequila. He says, big up Wayne. I'll be playing the roller domo today. Yeah, good up. And he always goes saying, we're going to win the league. We're going to win every game 4-0. That is me, to be fair. Wayne says, watch this space with 50 new players in tomorrow. Yeah, who? Wayne said, didn't watch the game, but had the watch along on. Sounded like men versus boys. Seriously pissed off that Spence was taken off again. The boys an absolute, he is an obvious starter. And I think out the fullback 4, when I go through my player ratings, Wayne, I think it will show that he obviously is probably, I think he's ahead of Udogie. For a starting point, I think he's better than Udogie. He's ahead of Udogie in that role. Yeah, this is a new record. Not even played. Yeah, I know. One amount after preseason. It is quite funny to hear that. It really is. Wayne says, anyone who wants Frank out's an absolute beep. Too many stupid expectations. He needs to work on and build this quid. Yeah. I knew nothing about this Leo fella, but bring him in. Yeah, well, the latest and that is, and these are only rumors, guys, until we can confirm otherwise. I'm just trying to find out where it is so I can read it to you guys. Right. Just to put in that there is news going around. I'm not sure how 100% it is. Maybe Tequila can ask our resident transfer expert. Well, apparently Spurs have been given permission to speak with the representative facing Milan star Rafael Leao. Price been quoted around 40 million quid. So so Spurs are still interested in Grealish, who I think would be a good sign. If we can get Jack Grealish, I'd be happy with that. Murani and one other. Look. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Oh, I'm professional. I'm just seeing how I'm never going to look at the Ninja Turtles the same way again now. Oh, Lord God. That is funny. Sorry. That's just really got me. Sorry. I do apologize. Oh, Lord. 40 million is perfect Spurs price. Yeah, it is actually. Damn it, we've lost them already. Yeah, I've just seen what was put when I saw the Ninja Turtle. That just made me laugh. Yeah, he is. He's got Raphael. To be fair, he was a Ninja Turtle. Oh, Lord. Spence is way ahead of your doggy. If he doesn't get started as well, then I can see him putting it. Yeah, I can do. Right, well, let's get on with some of the news, guys. Today, Portsmouth have signed Young Yang on loan for the whole season. Yang Min Yik has joined Championship side Portsmouth on loan for the 25-26 season. Also, new contract has been signed and Preston loan for Alfie Devine. Alfie Devine has now moved. We are delighted to announce that Alfie Devine has signed a new contract with the club and joined the Championship side Preston North End on loan for the 25-26 season. Guys, let me know what you think. I think that's a good loan for Young Yang to go to Portsmouth. I think that'd be a good run for him. And then for Preston North End as well. I think that two good loans, I think, for them youngsters. If they're not going to be involved in the first team or not going to get any much minutes, then yeah, send them out on loan. But I think that's two good loans for me, and I think they will gain an awful lot from that. I did have the stats for the game, guys, so I'm just going to quickly get them up for you. I thought I saved them. I did do the stats for the games. Let's see now. Let's see now. I think I did. Yeah, I did. Hang on. Give us 2 minutes. I was organized, believe me. That's it. Just downloading the stats now. There we go. Big up Wayne. We don't pay Devine. He should have stayed at the club or sell him. I thought we would keep Yang. I thought we would keep Yang too. I tell you one thing that's really bugging me. But everyone's telling me this guy was going to replace Son right away. Shock horror. He's a very young and feisty, different culture. He needs. Yeah, it does need a long time to settle. But how long did we give? Do you know when Sonny joined Tequila? Sonny was more of an experienced player himself because he had experience playing in the Bundesliga, so he had loads of first team experience. Young Yang hasn't got that experience, and I think you're right. I do feel that I think everyone hoops so much. I'm being shouted at now. Sonny had spent time in Germany. Yes, Tomer. This is not the same thing. No, it's not the same thing. Yeah, yeah, that is right, Tomer. It's not the same thing. And no, it's not the same thing. But I'm just saying the young lad's gonna need time to settle into a new culture, a new country. It's gonna take time. But I think but I just think, look, I think Portsmouth's probably the best club for him, and he gets a year there. He gets a year at Championship side, which is Championship is a good level, by the way, and I think that's where they need to go. And as well as Alfie Devine, I think that'd be a good move for him, and also getting him down to a new contract as well. I think is a very, very good. Right, guys, let's get on with the game yesterday. Yes, we did play at the Allianz Arena. 72,000 turned up to us. Bayern Munich not beat us, but spank us 4-0. Harry Kane after 12, Coman after 61, Carl 74, and Cassie Assi after 80 minutes. The stats of the game, guys, read really sort of pathetic reading, really. Possession wise, Bayern Munich had more possession, more shots on target. More shots on target, more corners. We suffered more fouls than them. Saves, we had more saves, and that reflected in my rating on Vicario, by the way, who got my man in the match yesterday, just for the Tottenham players. Clearances 27, blocks 6, fouls committed. Bayern Munich committed more fouls than us, and 1 yellow card for Romero yesterday. So, guys, this is it. This is my players' rating. So let me bring it up. 3, 2, 1. There we go. And there we are. We have a Vicario with 7 in goal. And why I give Vicario 7 was I thought Vicario was probably the best player on the pitch yesterday for Spurs. For me, he was a bit more... He made a couple of really good saves, especially that one. When he stopped Harry Kane getting a second, he's done another one. I think it was Koeman who tried to put a curler in, and he really pushed that out really wide, and it just hit the corner post and went out for a corner. And do you know, he had no choice. He had no chance for any of the goals. I don't think. I think for the first one he might have done, But for the rest of them, he didn't. Just let me make this up a little bit bigger for you guys because I don't think you can see them. So let me move. Wrong one. Let me move myself there. And let me move the clock there. Right, there we go. For me, Paulinho back four, we get Pedro Porro with a 5, Romero with a 4, Van der Ven with a 3, and Jed Spence with a 4. Look, I made a mistake with the ratings. I meant to give Romero a 3 and Van der Ven a 4. So just swap them around, guys, if you can. Look, for me, Porro, I thought he did all right as he did all right yesterday. Wasn't at his best, but he did okay. Romero, for me, looked out of sorts altogether. He didn't look right at all. He didn't look happy. He looked flustered. He looked absolutely not interested. He made a couple of heavy tackles on Harry Kane yesterday. One at the beginning of the game when he really swiped Kane off his feet. And just really wasn't at the races. Mickey Van der Ven, I think, was slightly better. But for me, Paul from the 2 central defenders. For me, Jed Spence, I thought he tried yesterday. Didn't have the greatest game in the world, but for me, did his best, and I think that's all you can ask for. For Paulinho, look, his first game for the Tottenham, he's not fully fit yet. He's not fully match fit yet. So, what do you expect from his first half? I've given Bentancur a 6. I thought Bentancur was solid yesterday. I thought he's solid in that midfield role. I thought it was a very calming influence when he got on the ball. Got on the ball more. I think he was good yesterday. Out of the midfield tree, I think he was the best out of the three of them. Papa Sarr playing in that 10 role, didn't really see much of him because we were pinned back all the time from Bayern Munich, from their attack. And then really didn't offer us anything. So a 4 for him. Then for the front tree, where we need big surgery. Absolutely. Yeah, it's live, Josh. This is live for members. I'm just yeah. This is because Tequila and Column are co-owners of the channel with me. They get Tequila can on these member shows get to come in to look after the chat for me and do some work for me behind. He is a manager, so he gets a little bit of extra luxury, you can say. Look, front tree. I know Tequila's going to have fun with me in this. I think Wayne and Josh are going to have fun with me as well. Guys, you are watching this. Next, get your thoughts in. Let me know, do you agree with my player ratings? Big up to you, Dermo, as well. Big up, Rhino. Hope you're doing well. Look, then I'm going with just let me, hang on, just let me do something here, guys. Because I cannot, because I'm trying something different. So give me a minute. This is what I love about these member shows as well, guys, that you can sort of relax a little bit and take your time with them. I just want to bring up the quotes on the other because I want to try something different here so I can see people's messages on here. So that's big up to you, right. I've given also kudos Richarlison Johnson. I've given kudos a 5. I gave him Charlison a 4, and I gave him Brendan Johnson a 4. Look, for me, with the front three, it was woeful yesterday. It was useless. It was dead. Apart from Kudos, look, I'm not going to slag off Kudos because he's just signed for us, and I think Kudos does deserve more credit than he gets. But Richarlison, please, for the love of God, just go. Please pick a club and go anywhere else. He had one chance, a header. He had the whole goal to aim at. But he decided to keep her, he scores. What's he do? He heads for the advertising board. I think he was trying to hit the 0 in the Audi advertising board at the time, and he did get it. I thought he hit the post at one point. I was giving him the benefit of the doubt, but he's not a striker. I don't think he's even a good winger. And then Brendan Johnson on the left, well, that is just a disaster waiting to happen. When are people going to realize Brendan Johnson either plays on the right, but moving to an inside forward. That I think that's where you're going to get the best of Brendan Johnson, where you have one deeper striker, him just sitting in the 6-yard area, banging in them goals. He's good at that. Let him do that. Then we had the substitutions. We had Ben Davies that come on for Jed Spence, absolutely run ragged on that left side when Ben Davies come on. Absolutely nothing at all. We had Basuma and Bergville both come on for Palunia and Bentancur. I thought Bergville did okay when he came on. A little quiet, but did his bit. Basuma, he wasn't on long enough to make any impact on the game. Archie Gray, the same, wasn't on long enough to make any impact of the game. Tell come on to get his chance to play against his former club. Didn't really do much. Didn't see him do anything. I think a couple of shots on target, and I think that was about it. And then we had Odegaard to come on for Brendan Johnson. Didn't do a lot either. Didn't see a lot of him. So, guys, that is my player rating. So let me know do you agree with them? So let me know in the comments. I will go through them again. I'll give Vicario 7, my man in the match. I'll give the back 4, 5 for Perro. Romero gets a 3 instead of a 4. Van der Ven gets a 4 instead of a 3. Just Spence gets 4. Palunia gets 4. Bentancur gets a 6. Papasar gets a 4. Kudos gets a 5. Richie gets a 4. I'm actually going to downgrade Richie to both 3 and Johnson with a 3 as well because they weren't great. And as for the substitutes, look, Ben Davies gets a 3. He was woeful yesterday and was so underprepared on that left side of the fence. It's just mind-boggling. Bergville get a 5. Basuma and Archie Gray weren't on the field long enough to even get, I think, a rating. So, guys, that is my player rating for the game. Look, I don't know what you guys think, right, on this, but there we go. So I don't know what you guys think on this, right? Where's the first place we need to improve? Where's the first place, right? We need to improve. We really do need to improve. And I think it's a striker. I do think it's a striker. I really do. We've got Wayne Bonner. Odegaard is a starter. Johnson is a bench player, if not playing up front. Exactly. Absolutely, exactly. But only one who gets more than 5 is Kudos and Vic. Yeah. He says you were kind in the moment. I get it. I didn't put you. I'd love to know, guys, members, put your player ratings in the chat as well. See, did I match up with mine? Why get Vicario 7? Because I thought he was about the best player out there yesterday. A couple of saves he did, Tequila, I thought were good, but the rest of them, not great at all. But I get you. Look, I do get it. I do get it. Richie went to go to the World Cup next summer. I suppose he needs to move on as soon as possible. Exactly. Richie is still in the wage. He is. He's woeful. He's woeful, Tequila. We've got. I hate people saying Richie's striker. He's not. He's a right winger. I don't know why we keep instead of playing him up front. Well, he does play there for Brazil, and he has played there for Everton. So he's a sort of a left winger striker. But I do get it. Going by the watch along with the front 3, we had a front 1 in Kudos he needs better players up front with him. Really do. Really do. After yesterday, it's obvious we need a striker, a number 10 and a left back. Look, I think that Josh has said it before. The left back, I think we're going to have to leave to January because you're not going to have the money to spend on a striker and a number 10. How much is the striker going to cost you? How much is the number 10 going to cost you? Say you got 150 million, right? Plus for player sales, you have 150 million. You looking at what? 60 for one and 50 for another. You're not going to, and then you got a left back, and we haven't got the money for it. So we're going to have to compromise. And I think the front 3 has to be the one that has to be the way that we have to go. And I'm sorry, it's just what it is. I want to say big up to Rhino as well. Big up Dermo. Big up. I have the beatbox, and I have the box beard and the face hair. So you're basically Nemesis. You're anyone that watched Transformers will know this. So you're Nemesis Prime, then, are you? Dermo, who's your evil twin? It's me with twins called Dermot or Dermot. There you go. There we go. That's who he is. Wayne Bonner's gone. Tequila's saying 3 out of the 4 forward line if you include a 10. I think you're right there. I think 3 of Cam, left winger, and a striker. I think the left back, I keep saying this, the left back has to be left on to later on. Striker, left wing, left back, playmaker. I think, again, I think we will probably get the tree. We will get all 4. I doubt it. I doubt it very, very, very much. Big up to Giant68. Big up to your Dave boy. He says, big up, Dermo and chat. Big up to you, sir. And then, is Kirkcrawl still available as a homegrown free agent? I think he is. I think he is available. I like that. I need the hologram of Dermo. You are funny. Get a few like look. I think that's the best way to do it. Probably get a left back online with an obligation to buy. I think that's the way you're doing it. I just don't know what. I'm frustrated. And then for people saying they want Frank out already, really need their head examined, because what's the point? What's the point of hiring the manager? You might as well have kept Ange. I'm sorry, Tequila, but I know you don't like to hear that, but you might as well have kept Ange. If that's the case, then you might as well kept Ange and let sack him in 6 months' time. But or his clone, or am I a mini me? Yeah, I get. Look, I'm Franking all day too. I wanted Thomas Frank before we got Ange Postecoglou. So, for me, I think it's a no-brainer. He's Premier League experience. He knows how to work with players, and he knows how to improve players. And he needs to be given the chance to do that, but also needs to be given the players to do it with. And we need to back him as a manager, as a club should back him. And then I think we should take from there. But look, the window isn't closed yet. I mean, how many days left in the window now? We're now on the 8th. So we've got 7, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So we've got 22s left, 22 days left. 22 days left to get business done. Why we're always late doing this? And then on deadline day, it's going to be the same thing again, that we're going to be scrambling around trying to get players in, where we should have done it early in the window. If you're a hologram, where is the H on the forehead? LOL. Oh yeah, very funny. Very funny. Very funny. That's a good one. Not a fan of Frank. And he said I wasn't a fan of Ange towards the end either. Well, look, we've got to support Frank, like him or not. We've got to support him. We've got to back him. We've got to give him a chance. We can't keep saying as a fan base, oh, I don't want this manager. I don't want this manager in. I don't want him here. There's no point of there's no point of saying I'm not a fan of Frank. I get it. You're not a fan of him, but we've got to support him as a fan base, as fans. We've got to support him. We've got to give him a chance to do his job, and we're not supporting him as a club. The club are not supporting him. And then if we have a bad start to the season, how quickly I'm just asking, can I use that? How can we as a club move forward as after a club that is how as a club can we just keep wanting managers out all the time? It doesn't work like that. It can't work like that. Things have to change, and you know, we just can't keep 5 minutes into it. Oh, it's the manager's fault. It's the manager's fault. It's the manager's fault. Just give me 1 minute, guys. Sorry, I just need to go and do something. Sorry, give me 1 minute. Sorry, back. We can't just keep it's untenable. It really is. You can't keep blaming the manager. I mean, you look at any team, you look at Manchester United, for example, right? Any manager they've backed that manager to the hill, right or wrongly, they've backed him with players. Big up to Colin. Dermo is the manager's fault. Look, hey, when you have a go, you have to go. Hey, when you have to go, you have to go. I'll do shut the door. That was it, Tequila. I like that. But you know what I'm getting at, Tequila. Colin, you're a Manchester United fan. You know what I mean. That Manchester United, like them or loathe the Glazers, right? They have bad players, not with great players. I get you. But they have backed their managers. They haven't, and we at Tottenham haven't. And we just can't get into this cycle. If he has a bad start to the season, I will guarantee you 110% that there will be cause for Frank to go within the first, say, 6-7 games if he doesn't get a good start. And then what's the point then? You're back into that vicious mid-cycle of another manager should have been sacked, right? I put something into the members group chat today, right? And it was something that I found out, and I thought it was really interesting. I will put it in for the show tomorrow because tomorrow's show is about Sonny, but also I'm going to have it a little bit about managers we've had and that. Yeah, you're right. You're right. And it's wrong. It's wrong. We shouldn't be like this. We shouldn't be like this. We should be behind this manager all the way. But again, as results don't go our way, or we lost to the best team in Europe. I mean, Tequila, you said it yesterday in the watch along. They played sexy football. I even called it they're going to win the Champions League this year. I don't think it's going to be any team in Europe that's going to touch them. I think Bayern Munich are probably above there as the best team in Europe right now, the number one team in Europe. I really do feel. I know Chelsea won the Club World Championship, but I think come the Champions League, I would not be surprised one iota if they win the Champions League this year. Colin saying PSG. Do you mean PSG to Bayern or PSG? It'd be a PSG Bayern final, Colin. Because if you know what, if you're saying it's going to be a PSG Bayern final, I probably put money on that straight away now. So yeah, I think that would be the Champions League final. I really would. Guys, but listen, I'm going to end it there. Oh no, sorry, got a little bit of news, guys. Sorry, a bit more breaking news. Just happened in the last. I'll put Bayern Munich quite near them. To be fair, I want to see how PSG react to winning the Champions League. Are they going to be hungry to win another? Are they going to be hungry? And I think them and Bayern Munich for me are going to be the two teams to watch this year in the Champions League. I get it. PSG are the best team in Europe, and look, if I've been really sensible with the game on Wednesday, which I will be doing my pre-game thoughts with you members on Tuesday afternoon. If we play like we did play yesterday, PSG are going to run us all over us. The only thing I take heart in is that PSG have only just come back to pre-season training after playing in the Club World Championship. So some of the players might be a little tired or not match fit again yet. That's my only sort of thing. But if you look at our team, and you look at the team we put out yesterday, and you look at the way Bayern Munich overrun us, outfought us, out-tacticked us. And 3 of the goals Bayern Munich did score were worldies, by the way. I don't think no keeper in the world could buy them. And I just feel that, look, I'm worried. I'm worried already. I'm worried about the transfer market. I'm worried about our window. And as I said, if we don't get anyone significantly in by the 1st of September, I will be leaving out. I will say, that's it. That's my breaking point. Because I've always tried to be balanced with Levy. I've always tried to be praise him when he's done good, have a go when he's done bad, but always try to be down the middle. And maybe it's got me into trouble sometimes. Maybe it's left me probably people saying you're sitting on the fence or you're flip-flopping, but I've always tried to be balanced in my opinion. I'm now looking at our window and thinking we're not backing this manager. We're not giving him the players he needs or he wants to improve the squad. We've got a good squad there. I think you look at the defense, you look at the midfield, I think it's there. It's tactically that if they give them a bit of tactics, a bit of coaching, they can improve. You look at our front three, we've got no front three. And I don't know how we're going to score. We've got no creative player in there to unlock defenses. So we need, before the Burnley game, at least get 2 or 3 players in before the end of the window. We've got to. But why are we leaving it late? I will be doing a video on the window in itself. Why I think hopefully Tequila might join me for that one. Guys, me and Tequila may do one on the window. And by that point, I may be on Tequila's level of being Levy out. And really fed up with the whole lackluster of the way that we deal in the transfer market, because it's absolutely ridiculous. I'm absolutely can't get my head around why we're like this. I just don't know. Just a few more. Right, the news. The news is Newcastle United have opened talks with Tottenham target Randall Kolo Manu. The 26-year-old is now high in the Newcastle shortlist after their move to Benjamin Sesko fell through because he went to Manchester United yesterday. For Benjamin fell through while Newcastle are exploring other options. Kolo Manu is a concrete target. So there you go again. Another player that we should be getting. We should be looking at, we should be in there now. Right, this is the player we want. Bang, 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 get it done. Newcastle, we do all the hard work and Newcastle come in at the end. Okay, Newcastle have open talks for Kulu. That means he's going to Spurs. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, they did open talks for a sec. Let me know, Colin, how do you feel on the Sesko? How do you feel in your window? Are you pleased with your window? Because I think you might be. Big up to Chris Welsh. Liverpool going to win the league again, Chris. I'm going to do that in the pre-season predictions I'm going to do with the lads on the channel. Paulunia and Kudos are quality standard, but still need a couple more additions. Yeah, we do. What else we got here? Big up to James. Good afternoon, Dermot and chat. Back from holiday. Can't wait for September. Yeah, neither can I. Roll on. The key says we should have gone for what's the player that you mean, Sonny? Yeah, and Colin says great signing, 2 more players needed, and I will be satisfied. Do you know what, Colin? Who won the Europa League? You or us? Because it looks like you're acting like you won the Europa League and you're in Champions League. And we look like we didn't win the Europa League, but we did win the Europa League and we're doing fuck all with it. Absolutely. Big up to Godden. Not sure what's going on in our club. We don't build, we just react when players are injured or leaving. Do we have enough investment? Look, I have this philosophy, right? I don't know how right or wrong it is. I don't know how true or not true it is. It's a rumor. It's my own opinions. I reckon the day after the window closes that there'll be an announcement with naming rights or something along them lines. I'm thinking. Just putting it out there. I wouldn't be surprised. And it'd be like how Tottenham do. Big up the column, but we're a bigger club name and revenue, right? Now, hang on. Tottenham are just as big as club as you are. Maybe not successfully. Maybe not with the trophies you've won, but we're just as big as club as you are. If you're probably in the top 3, we're probably in the top 6. That's just my opinion. Yeah, I am too. I'm convinced United won the Europa. I think we did dream it that night. They did fix the glitch in the Matrix. I think they did. Tequila. And then Chris says, Levy's always been like this. I remember when you were challenging under Poch, he wouldn't strengthen the club. No. Colin says, no, you're not, Dermo. We're a global brand. You're not as big as you. I'm not saying we're as big as United. Globally, we're not. Financially, we're not. But name-wise, I think we're in the top 6, 7 in the Premier League. Look, everyone's going to think that club is big. I think we are one of the top 7 big clubs in the Premier League, though we're not acting like it. But that's just my opinion. I'm just a deluded Spurs fan. We are the biggest club in England. Well, your record proves that you are. We're not in a big club. We're not a big club. Too small. I mean, I think that's the problem, isn't it, Wayne? Our mentality is not acting as a big club. That's the problem. When we're not acting as mentality as a big club. I don't know. It's just so frustrating. And then Tequila says, top 7, just about right. At the 7th, though, probably right. Guys, look, I'm going to leave it there. Not on tonight, but do come over and join me in MUFC Spotlight, where I'm on there tonight with the guys, talking all things Premier League. And then I am back tomorrow night, 8, with the Thank You Sonny show. I'm going to put a little bit of his stats in there and stats in just to go over the time Sonny spent in the club. So guys, do get into your comments or send them into the member chaps. And give your memories of Sonny, what he means to you. So we'll do that. On Sunday, we're going to review the preseason, where we are, and all the build up to the PSG Super Cup game. And then I've done some digging on previous owners and how much they spent and how much money. Did the players that we bought years ago, did we buy more quality than quantity? Are Tottenham now just buying quantity over quality? So that's a question I will be asking on Sunday at 8 as well. Big up the column. This is why Sesko and co joined us. Yeah, it is. I can't argue with that. I really can't argue with that. But guys, thank you so much for watching. I want to thank all your members. Do pick up your memberships when this does go out later, if you want to watch this live. But guys, thank you all so much for joining in. Really appreciate it, guys. Thank you to Wayne Bonner. Thank you to Colin. Thank you to who else came in? Thank you to God 10. Thank you to Chris as well. Thank you to Josh. Thank you to Giant68. Thank you to Rhino, who came in as well. I also want to say massive thank you to Keela as well for working in the background and also doing the work for me, looking after the chat for me and doing the work he does in the background. Thank you so much, Tequila. It takes a hell of a lot off me and you. I can't wait to get you one again for you. We can start debating this window. But guys, thank you all very much. Join me tonight in MUFC Spotlight. No, no, that's wrong. That's wrong. Donald's going to kill me now. It's the Manchester United agenda. That's it. I don't know why I thought Spotlight, but it's the Manchester United agenda. Join me over there at 9 o'clock with Mr. B, Colin and the boys, as we talk all things Premier League. And of course, I'm back tomorrow at 8 with the Sonny show. So thank you very much. Who's this Tequila? I am yourself. Oh yeah, I forgot. You're my AI who's looking after the chat. There you go. Anyway, on that bombshell, thank you all for watching. Whatever you do, always come on, you Spurs.
Far and wide, with the pride of the fight, on this journey we'll